don't sleep to dream, we sleep to build stamina. Energy to do our thing, get your camera. This show is about to begin, so sit down and buckle it in. Let's go!
Hey, your explosions.
What's happening, my dudes, my bros,
Good morning.
my
Good morning.
sisses, Shane, all you morning monsters out there. Welcome to the Friday night day. My brain's broken. Welcome to Friday Unleashed.
It's the Black Friday special edition, which is always a weird day because it's like sort of a holiday, but it's like not a holiday. Like there's a lot of people out there currently like sleeping off their turkey slumber and shopping their butts off.
Yeah,
today.
but for all of us retailer workers, it's not a holiday, baby.
It's
an
not a
extra
holiday.
long day.
It's a harder day of work. How was your Thanksgiving, my brother?
It was uneventful. I did miss you.
I missed you too.
Yeah. Every
Yeah,
time that giant turkey came out, I just thought, my brother.
He'd be eating half of this right now if he was here.
How am I going to eat this whole thing on my own?
This is the first time, besides that one Thanksgiving COVID year where we couldn't get together because of stupid California laws.
That was a great year.
Besides that, I think we've never missed Thanksgiving for like at least the last 12, 13 years.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah, so we'll have to get together with the people who ruined this Thanksgiving for us and give them some hell.
Oh, from judging from the Fall of Minneapolis, I've determined who a few of those people are. So,
politicians in the media. I can't wait to talk about it.
My God, my blood was boiling watching that film. But
yeah,
boiling. I'm like halfway through. And I'm like, oh man. Now I understand. I get why people get so turned on about politics because like you're just watching something you can't control, and people are just like taking things from you in real time. Imagine
that's what it is.
Imagine someone just coming to your house and just stealing your stuff, and you're just sitting there, tied up,
watching it,
ball gag on. They're stealing your crap. They're having sex with your wife, and they're breaking your car on the way out. And you're like, I can't do anything about this.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, that's really well put. Can't wait to talk about that later. We're also going to be talking about the return of David Tennant, which is really so much bigger news, I think, than has gotten the walk up to it. We're going to be talking about Doctor Who, return of David Tennant. I know a lot of people aren't excited about Doctor Who because of what's happened in recent years. But I think the month of December, late November, month of December this year is going to be a treat for all of us. And we'll talk about why that's the case coming up here. We will be talking about the Fall of Minneapolis. Hopefully you had a chance to watch that documentary. Unfortunately, the news media is not reporting on it as would be expected.
Of course not.
But we're going to, because even though we may not have the biggest reach of all channels, we will put a bright spotlight on the other side of the coin, so to speak.
Just a giant spotlight. Yeah. I like that.
Right. Yeah, right. Big spotlight. And
wait. When you said spot, say it one more time because I think I got my sound effects working. Say it again.
We're gonna do a giant spotlight on the truth.
All right. I think they're working.
I can't hear it. I can't hear any of that stuff.
Yeah, I think you guys can hear it though. Hey, by the way, thank you, Rec Thoughts, for letting me know that my mic was insanely low. It was literally minus 15 volume. I don't know why it does that.
Does not like you.
I think my AI secretly hates its creator, and they're like, I'm gonna promote Shane's voice over yours every single time.
Oh, he's working against you. Yeah, I know you were up late working. I was actually up late. I worked most of the day, and we had a very late Thanksgiving dinner because my older kids had an earlier Thanksgiving dinner, and so we ended up eating like super late. And after that was over, my kids were like, hey, we really want to watch this Squid Games thing, the Squid Games TV game show. So I don't know if you're aware of this. Squid Games, of course, was like the biggest thing ever on Netflix last year. And they've come out with a game show. Like they're recreating the entire actual TV show as a game.
I'm sorry, wait. So they're copying Mr. Beast?
So I think Mr. Beast, yes, I do think Mr. Beast like gave Netflix a really great idea to do something huge because he did it obviously, but they Dude, so I started watching the show with my kids last night, and at 2:00 in the morning, we were like watching the last episode that's out right now, and we're still sitting there watching it. My kids are supposed to be in bed like 3 or 4 hours before. Like, we're still sitting there. They're like, please, we can't go to bed. We got to keep watching it.
Oh no,
It's
I want to
actually
watch
really-
it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's I question whether or not the people who are playing the game have actually watched the TV show, because they make some really stupid choices,
Right.
which makes it that much more interesting for us. So, but yeah, they win like $4.5 million.
Wow.
The winners get like $4.5 million. So it's on Netflix, and it was actually super entertaining, and it kept me up late. So if I look tired, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I didn't do any late night shopping. I wasn't standing in lines. Does anybody do that anymore? Does anybody actually go stand in lines at midnight?
Well, the question is,
Thanksgiving?
why would you? And listen, I am 100% not shilling for Amazon here. I hate that stupid, ridiculous company for ruining traditional retail everywhere, and in turn, Shay and I's business. But I'll tell you this: their lightning deals are insane.
Right.
I mean, it's like you can sit there and it feels like a game. And if I had money, I would really enjoy it, but I don't. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at these lightning deals like available in 10 minutes, 6 hours, whatever stuff. It's like up almost 70% off. And you got to be like the 10, you got to be there because like 10 people are going to click that mother effer the second it's available. And it's almost the same as shopping, but my fat ass doesn't have to actually leave the chair.
Dude, I'm looking right now at a Black Friday deal, and this is not an advertisement or anything, but my wife really wants one of those iRobot Roomba things because she's tired of sweeping the damn floor.
Better back off. I got my eye on that sucker.
Dude,
No,
right now.
I'm kidding.
I'm like, what? I'm like hovering over it right now. I'm like, because I'm caught between it's not right to buy your significant other like something that will help them do chores.
I wish you
like,
would have
as a
told
gift.
my younger self that. At 3 years into my marriage, I bought my wife like a whole cleaning set, broom, mop, and all that, and she was just so angry with me that Christmas.
Oh my god, yeah, you shouldn't do that
I
because
learned the hard way.
it's not right.
But to be fair, she was like, "We need like better cleaning supplies, blah blah." She was like, "Tell me what we needed," so I like made her a present. That
Okay.
was wrong. Listen, I was like 23 years old. I didn't know better.
Well, I'll tell you this. This is very interesting because right now it's for sale. It's normally like $300 something. It's $159 on Amazon right now.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Ridiculous.
I really want one of those robo vacuums.
Uh-huh.
I would not use it for my whole house. I would just put it here in my home office.
Just
here.
vacuum your little carpet there.
That's it. That's all it would do all day long. 9 hours a day. No, I do want the Roomba though. I'm not gonna lie. I've always wanted it, but it's always a little too expensive, man. It's always on my
It
plate,
is.
man.
They're expensive, but if you're ever going to get one, now's the time because,
No monies.
yeah. Penny says Roomba is a house gift, not a personal gift. Well, my wife, I hate to say this, but she might get a house gift for Christmas this year. She's like really
Merry
pressuring
Christmas.
me. You know what I'll do? I'll be like, this is a gift for both of us. You know,
Merry Christmas, everyone.
right?
What did you get me?
Oh God, I don't even know what to buy anybody anymore. You know, it's like when you've been doing this for so long, my kids have everything they need.
Bro,
Like, I don't
I'm
even know
so
to buy
lucky
them.
that my oldest kid, I mean they're twins, but my older kid by 3 minutes discovered Harry Potter this year because she is really into Harry Potter.
I'm so jealous
And
of you.
unfortunately, my roommate's moving out, which really sucks for me because that was really helpful with paying the rent. But fortunately for my daughter, that means that she now gets to have her own room. My kids has shared a small room since they were babies, and now they're 12 years old. They're like, okay, we're gonna get her own. She's gonna get her own room. And the first thing she did was like, listen, Christmas is coming up. I don't get my own room, so I want Harry Potter candles. I want Harry Potter light fixtures. I want singing paintings. I want a statue of Dubé or Dombe, whatever that little stupid creature is. Dubé, what is it called?
I don't know.
Dobie.
It's Dobie. Wow,
Dobie.
I can't believe I remember.
She goes, I want a clock. It's like it's an owl clock. When the owl comes out, it's my owl, and it says the time. I'm like, I don't know.
We're not rich, okay?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm like,
What are you talking about?
I got you a Chuck poster. I mean, like, I can get you a poster. You want to put a poster on your wall?
I'll put like I can, yeah, because you can print one of those.
Yeah, because they sell those hanging candles where they look like they're hanging in midair.
Yeah,
you know, and you could turn them on like with a light switch. They're really super cool, but come on.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. Yeah, that's cool. We're gonna talk Doctor Who, but I had to share. Last week we talked about, or earlier this week we talked about our favorite pizza. If you remember, I sent you a link from Todd Stashwick's Twitter page.
The Stashwick.
You got to show. You got to show his this liver here.
Yeah,
that is Chicago style pizza.
That's the Chicago pizza. Yeah. Remember last week I was like,
look at that cheese.
When I was ordering, I was like, yeah, can I get an extra pepperoni and extra cheese? And the guy was like, no extra cheese. You don't need no extra cheese. And I was like, no, it's not. I like cheese, man. It's like, you gotta put a lot of cheese on it. He goes, don't worry about the cheese. And then I remember being from California, seeing it and seeing nothing but sauce. And I'm like, this motherfucker's controlling me. I asked for extra cheese. He said no, and he didn't put any cheese on it, bro.
Right.
I remember thinking that, bro. And then I was walking up there to complain, and then I see this guy eating it, and this cheese dripping off, and I'm like, oh, they make this different here. Okay,
this is ridiculous. How are you supposed to get this damn thing on your plate?
You're not supposed to get on your. You're not supposed to get it on your plate. You're supposed to put it directly in your mouth.
So you just hover over the pizza and eat it yourself.
It's like a really.
My tongue is trying to catch all that cheese right now.
It's like an adult film, but you and the pizza are the only actors.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna save this in my little porn file there. This
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is already in my spank bank. All right. I've committed it to memory.
I love it. All right, you ready to talk some Doctor Who?
I am, dude. Actually, I need to reset the stream here real quick, and you need to explain how it works.
Oh shoot, I forgot about that. Yeah, the Stream Hero is that thing in the upper left-hand corner. You guys have done it many times. As you give us super chats or super stickers or donate to the show, you will, eat off that life force until eventually your name's up there. And as long as you're the Stream Hero, whoever's the longest will win the prize. And today it is. And I do want to explore. Brian has a whole box of cool, like, keepsakes. I want to say, what are they like?
They're like
things,
nerd tchotchkes. I got the pop figures. I got coincidentally, I have one of those Harry Potter keys.
Which you're going to give to your wife or your daughter for Christmas, right?
No, she don't need that shit. I have a lot of. So I was a subscriber to like several of those nerd boxes for like 5 years.
Loot Crate, whatever.
It was like Loot Crate. It was Nerd Force. Literally, I was subscribed to like 5 of them for like 5 years. During the big craze, I have literally crates of nerd crap, and my idea was I was going to put it all up in here, and then I realized there's no space to put anything in here.
Oh yeah.
So we in a giant crate, and we're just going to give it away.
Yeah. So there's some really cool stuff, and I just haven't. We need to get together so I can get it from you because I need to mail it to make sure that you guys get it. So
yeah,
and we want to switch it up.
It's all sealed up and it was put away in safely. So I just gotta get it out of my attic.
Yeah. So instead of doing the Mixed Teas mystery shirt each week, well, we want to offer you guys something different. But this week it is the Mixed Teas mystery shirt. And if Brian, you can pop up the website real quick so we can show them that. And it will be. There's over 1,100 designs at mixedteas.com and all kinds of stuff. Is that the one? Is that the make it lame and put a chicken in it?
Yeah, this is the Midnight's Edge one. Put a chicken in and make it lame. I bought one of those.
Did you?
I did.
You can. So you'll be getting, whoever wins today will get randomly one of these awesome shirts.
And this is a mug from Culture Casino. Make America Beach Again. I just think they're funny. Like
I do.
Some of our YouTube friends have a really good sense of humor.
Yeah. If you're a YouTuber and you want to sell your merch with other YouTubers, this is the place to be.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Enough of this.
Wait, one more thing. Like. It's very important that you like it. I know everyone always says that, but like the algorithm, it wants us to tell you this.
Is this true?
Yes, no, 100% true. I watched an entire video where likes really changed the game. It was the same video, but likes changed how it was served. Please,
Oh, yeah.
please like it. If you're here and you love us, like it. Get your friends to like it. Call your mom up. Send her a link. Say, hey, Mom, go like this video.
That's more effort
put it
than
on
we would do.
Facebook. Come like this video. Hey, these fat guys, they sort of suck, but go like their video. One of it's a make a wish thing.
Oh, are you dying?
One of them is dying, and he needs you to like this video. Let's just get this thing right.
You know what I would love to see? I would love to see I would say at least half of the people who watch our videos or watch our show aren't subscribed to our channel. So, look at the numbers. I'm like, wow, half the people aren't. Hey, listen, if you come and you watch it, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't change your life in any way. It'll just be, an additional thing on your feed, and it will help us greatly. So
yeah, I noticed we got some subscribers from PJ's stream the other day. That was pretty cool. Thank you, PJ.
No, thanks, PJ. Did you give us a shout out? Nice.
Yeah.
Appreciate him.
Okay.
Orville Nation. All right, let's get going.
We're rocking Doctor Who. So there's a lot going on with Doctor Who right now. The specials start tomorrow. So there is 4 specials. And I think it's 4 specials and a Christmas special.
I think there's going to be a Christmas and a New Year's thing. All right.
Sorry. So there's 4 specials total. It's the Star Beast is the title of tomorrow's special, and that starts on the 20. Tomorrow at sometime in the afternoon on Disney Plus. And here's the deal: this is when David Tennant returns. The next special is the 2nd of December. It's called The Wild Blue Yonder. The 9th of December is The Giggle, and of course, the 25th of December is the Christmas special. Now, from what we gather, looking at the trailer, and the trailer is pretty good. I'll give it to him, man. I have been sort of off the Doctor Who train for a while, ever since The Timeless Child, and seeing all my dreams dashed in front of me. When they when they made him a little girl, they threw him off the cliff in slow motion, and then his mom was like, her mom, whatever it was. It's horrible. In a few minutes, they ruined like 50 plus years of one of my favorite franchises. So I was really sort of disconnected from Doctor Who. Not to mention The Timeless Child was also the worst episode rating-wise in the history of Doctor Who. Literally, the every single person, no matter what political spectrum you're on, pretty much hates that episode. And I saw it as a slap in the face for Doctor Who fans, because so you made him a woman with Jodie, whatever her name was, Whittaker, thank you, and you go, you know what? Maybe we just get past this. We get past this 2022, 2021, trend where everything is put a chick in it and make it lame.
Make it gay and lame.
Make it gay and lame. Maybe we're just gonna get past that, and this will just be a blip on the Doctor Who radar. No big deal. But they had to solidify that horrible character by also changing retconning his entire origin, and making him a girl from the start. And I sound like I hate girls. I don't hate girls, man. I have twin girls. They're the best thing in the world. I love women. But I don't know why you have to take timeless characters, classic characters, and make them chick and gay. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's the same thing. It'd be the same damn thing if they woke up one day and said Wonder Woman, you know what? Let's make Wonder Woman a dude. Like, we'd be just as pissed off.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with it being a girl. It's just that you're screwing with the character. Knock it off.
That's a really important thing to say. Yes. If you made Wonder Woman a dude, I would be so angry.
Right. That's the truth.
I would be lit. And it's I know this is like entertainment and no one should get mad about this stuff, but dude, this is all I have. Do not mess with Wonder Woman. So in the same way that I would literally lose my mind if you did that. When I saw Doctor Who as Jodie Whittaker, I was like, oh god damn it. And I thought I can get past it by just like ignoring that season.
Well, you could have been. It would have been okay if they would have just made the Doctor a girl, and then told great Doctor stories.
Right.
But they didn't. They decided to focus on the environment, and they started to hit every
And
woke
sexuality
trope
and
available.
Yeah.
And so they just, they doubled down on if you're gonna make a gamble, like if you're gonna bet on snake eyes, you better have a bet on the side that helps you balance that out a little bit.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Like,
put all your money on snake eyes.
That's a really good point. That's like, hey, I got my $50 in $1 chips on roulette. I'm gonna stack every one of those chips on one number,
Right?
00. You're like,
put half of it on black, please.
Come on, just half. No, if you're gonna do something new, like you need to if let's say you're trying to normalize or train your audience to like something different, then you have to make small changes.
Yes,
slowly.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
There's a reason we don't jump into the frozen water.
Those idiots like Doctor Who was always woke. No, there's a
no.
Stop saying that. There's a difference between 2021 woke and 1995 woke. There's just a big difference.
There is no 1995 woke. That's the difference.
Yeah,
there is no woke.
There's progressive. Progressive is fine, but there's a difference between like a snake eating its tail progressive and actual classic progressivism.
Well, yeah, being progressive is smart and intelligent. And you should always be moving forward, making your society more inclusive, better. You should have a cross section of your, of race and religion and creed, and all of that stuff should be part of making a society better. It's the moment you choose one group in that society and say, you know what, these are the only people that matter right now. That's when you screw up and you start becoming woke. And that's the difference.
I know another guy that did that in 1937. I'm just saying.
That's a good point.
I know another guy that was like, you know what? This one group is more important than everything else. Everyone, and I can't say his name because I don't want to be demonetized, but you guys know who he is.
There was more to it than that, but that is one element of it.
Right. I'm simplifying it, of course. But
yeah.
So in this trailer, though, Donna is back. And I gotta say, she is certainly Donna in this trailer. She's
such a wonderful actress.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
She has a daughter, and the animatronics on this little creature is really rad. I don't know where it's at right now, but it's like this. It almost looks like this one right here. It's a lot better. It looks like obviously practical effects. It's really cool. Very cool actually. And David Tennant is back, and he's classic David Tennant. His hair is even bigger than Captain Pike's.
I'd love to. I want to talk. Can we talk about David Tennant for a second here?
Sure.
So David Tennant was the 10th Doctor. Okay, he's returning. Of course, this is the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, and it's great that we're getting him to return for that. He was the 10th Doctor following Christopher Eccleston, and of course, Christopher Eccleston helped bring Doctor Who back after I think it was a 14-year hiatus.
Right.
And Russell T Davies was the showrunner. He was the Doctor. Tennant was the Doctor for a little over 4 years, from Christmas 2005 to New Year's 2010. And as okay as Eccleston was, Tennant should be credited for the true excitement and return of Doctor Who. It was when David Tennant took over as the Doctor that Doctor Who blew up again, and allowed for a Matt Smith to come in after him and also be great. David Tennant set the tone for Doctor Who. He made us feel like what the Doctor should be. And I'm really, really actually excited for his return in these next 4 or 5 little blips that we're going to get. And honestly, I want to know what you think. Why? And I feel like studios are going to start to deal with this soon enough, or start to do this soon enough. But David Tennant should have returned as the 14th Doctor. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Because he was so good and he brought back Doctor Who and so many people loved him, why not give him another run?
Yeah, to be fair, I don't know how you explain that in canon, but
they brought him back in the last episode. Why can't he just keep going?
Right. Yeah, they should have just let him keep going.
You know what I mean?
Like if they're going to explain that somehow canonically, then all right, then let's just let him go. Why? So we're going to get like 4 amazing hour-long episodes, almost movie level, because later on we'll talk about the budget's out of control. And then that's when they're probably going to introduce the new character, Nucci. I can't say his name.
Oh, Ncuti
Gatwa. I think that's when they're going to introduce him. So he's going to be introduced in the Christmas special. which is also not customarily when they introduce a new Doctor, so that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, they could just kept going with him. Why not give us an entire season? You know.
Well, he was my favorite. I mean, it's just I don't understand why the studios don't go, wow, this was like the golden. It's hard to say golden age with Doctor Who, but for the next generation of Doctor Who fans, I would say Tennant is kind of the golden era of Doctor Who. It's when we got all these wonderful things, and the Doctor became this really incredible character. Why not give him another run, especially when Doctor Who has been floundering recently?
Right.
Why not? I mean, what else is David Tennant doing? Nothing. Like
True.
this is going to be his legacy. David Tennant's probably going to be his legacy, as being Doctor Who. Why not give him another run? Let the fans get back on board. And so, and
he was great. He was great in that Netflix show, the Marvel one, and he was also good in the Omens show, where he played like an angel or demon or something. But yeah, everyone's gonna remember him for Doctor Who for sure.
Yeah, and him and Davies are teaming back up again together. So some of the best writing for Doctor Who was under Tennant. I will argue this, and it was done by Davies. And so I think this is just a wonderful match, and I don't understand why you wouldn't continue on. Now, do we need to be concerned about Davies's politics? So it was brought up that he's not fixing that episode that kind of ruined Doctor Who for us. He's allowing that to continue to be canon, from everything I understand. And
and it's weird. Like, so Russell T Davies is really like he is good at Doctor Who, but clearly his political skin is showing lately with a lot of the stuff he's doing, and I'm worried that I think a lot of people over the last 5 years have just gotten so extreme in their beliefs because they're so invested in their echo chamber.
Yep.
That they're sort of more silly ideas and more silly character is starting to come out more and more and more. It's being amplified because they are not getting proper criticism from anyone, because they're literally sitting on Facebook threads just talking to their far left liberal blue-haired friends over and over and over again. And so you have normally people that are pretty reasonable and good creators that are making decisions that really aren't good for the franchises that they're running, no matter how good they used to be in the past. We're seeing that more and more. I hope Tia Russell is not one of those people, but some of his stuff, like the new Davos thing, which I'll show you guys right now, it's just sort of like some of his thoughts are just so crazy, like they don't make no sense. I don't like what I'm seeing. I hope it's not translated on screen, but then again, maybe it's gonna be,
Yeah, we don't know what happened. I mean, he left Doctor Who in 2010, and here it is 13 years later, and he's back. And we don't know what process he went through as a result of Brexit and Trump being elected here in the United States and and COVID. We don't know. A lot of people have become, I don't want to say have they become schizophrenic and different versions of themselves, or are they more of their true selves, what they were really thinking all the time but couldn't because you had to be polite in polite society, right. And society is no longer polite, so now you can just say whatever the hell you want, and if you're on one side of the equation, then you're not going to be criticized. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt so badly because he gave us such great Doctor Who, but I would be lying if I didn't say I was nervous about what's coming from him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's really funny too because I saw the preview for the new Davos, like the guy who created the Daleks.
Yes, yeah.
Here it is right here, and I gotta say the Daleks look really cool. Like that's a cool looking Dalek. Like it's. He doesn't have the plunger arm. Look at no plunger arm, Shane. And I'm like, oh, cool Dalek looking thing, right?
Yeah.
And this is the guy. This is the new Davos. I don't know why you're all zoomed out like that. That's weird.
I don't know.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. My bad.
I look like I ate like the Alice in Wonderland Get Bigger thing.
I hit the wrong thing on my screen. There was this whole thing about him not being like, he doesn't want to like paint disabled people as evil or whatever. Like.
Oh, the wheelchair
Yeah.
wheelchair problem.
It's so
guys,
dumb. You took like this classic character that was so. I didn't even know that was Davos. Like straight up, I'm watching the preview. I'm like, I didn't even know that was Davos. I had like it was bounding in the comics that pointed out that was Davos. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like,
do you know why so many villains are in wheelchairs? Because the horrible thing that happened to them in their life that helped them become a villain.
right?
You know, I mean, like, hello, common sense. Like, it's okay for them to be. They were in a wheelchair for a reason. Their life was ruined, and now they're villains.
What a stupid thing to say. I don't want people to think to say people like that's so stupid.
Nobody thinks that because you're in a wheelchair you're evil. No one does.
No
one does. It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. Like, give me a break, man.
Yeah, and then that's right up there with the Peter Dinklage. Like, why are you hiring dwarves? That's racist.
At least he is a little person,
right?
You know what I'm saying? At
Right.
least he's,
Right.
you know,
right?
Yeah. So
Yeah, Liam points out a good point here. Like, he made the Daleks in his own image. Like, that's why the Daleks look where they were. Like, because he was in this life support system that had the same. Like, it works. I don't know. This Stavros doesn't make sense. Now, this preview actually is pretty cool. Basically, Doctor Who's ship crash lands in the middle of this thing. He breaks the arm off. I'm not going to go through it all. He has a great conversation with this Davros' assistant. In fact, he actually suggests the name Dalek, and then the guy writes it down, which I thought was sort of timey-wimey, right?
yeah.
And then on the way out, because he doesn't want them to remember that he was there, he gives him a plunger for the arm.
Yeah.
I just thought that was clever.
It is, and had they not, screwed with Davros, everything else would have been pretty darn cool.
Yeah. Why can't we ever get up? When you update something, can you just make it cool? Why do we have to update something to the extreme? Like, I found out recently today, Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four is a chick, and you're like, but why? Why would you?
Not enough female characters
But
on screen.
that ruins the whole point of the character is that he's working for Galactus because Galactus is holding his wife and child hostage.
I know.
It takes the character and it minimizes them. Not that being a woman is minimizing, but the character's backstory is already so rich. There's 60 years of these comics. I don't know what you would do. Why are you doing that?
Because the narrative in Hollywood that Hollywood wants to push is more important than being true to anything. It's the same thing we're going to talk about later, where it's not about the truth. It's about, can I get my agenda pushed? That's all it is. Can I get my agenda pushed so that I can have more power and I can make change because I'm selfish and narcissistic?
Yeah,
okay.
It's nutty. One more quick thing about this. We do get NPH, the legend, wait for it, Derry. Neil Patrick Harris is playing the cosmic or whatever toy maker, and very cool character. And listen, this casting is perfection. Honestly,
Neil Patrick Harris is so cool.
Yeah,
he's just a cool dude, man.
He's he's one of my favorite actors. And even if he always plays like basically a version of himself, I don't give a shit.
That's sometimes that's what makes it so great. Right. He's just Neil Patrick Harris.
And that's whenever someone's like, "Oh, you just hate gay people," I'm like, "That's not true. I would date Neil Patrick Harris."
which makes you gay.
There's a few people that I would definitely switch roles for, and Jason Momoa and NPH, one of them. This guy's great. Right. He's awesome. He's funny. He's talented. He always
you don't have to go that far. You can just say man crush. I would
literally touch his penis. Listen. No, but I really like this character, man. I think I like this actor a lot. I think it's a perfect casting, and I can't wait to see. Honestly, I can't wait to see Neil Patrick Harris alongside David Tennant.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
What a great line. So I feel like watching the trailers, I'm like, damn, these specials look pretty good. Like I'm getting a little bit of a Doctor Who thing going again, and I think that we're probably gonna get like 4 pretty good specials before they ruin it. And so, before they bring us back down, you know what? The biggest gift they're going to give us is on Christmas. They're going to be like, all that stuff you just saw, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, I wonder if and I wish I want to say when something happens and it proves something happens, then everybody's smart enough to go, oh, well, look, there's the proof. David Tennant came back and everybody watched Doctor Who for a month. And so then when they do something different and they have a different doctor, and then the cootie guy comes in and people stop watching, the studio goes, oh crap, we really had something with the Tennant thing. Quick,
Right.
get Tennant back. But the problem is like that old reality that we used to live in, where that's the way things used to work. Like you did things that actually made you money and actually the fans loved and was entertained by. They don't do that anymore. They just say, no, we need to stick to it because we're right. No matter what it costs us, we're right. And it's like this whole agenda pushing has become like the new religion. Like people have stopped going to churches and like being religious, for whatever religion you want to be. And now they have the religion of politics. And it's very, very scary.
Yeah. This is the end. I feel like very black pilled. Like every single time we do a show, it's like we're just like doom and gloom. It's not all doom and gloom.
No. Everything that happens reflects upon this. Everything that we talk about reflects upon this same ideology. It's like we can't get away from it. We are the epitome of like being in the middle of standing. It sucks being the person who's. I almost wish I had just been brainwashed and pulled in so that I didn't have to be tortured by it. Brainwashed me to one side or the other. Take me.
Just take me. Okay. Or you know what you could do? Move the goalpost around me until I'm like Bill Maher. At one point I was a liberal star child, and now I'm somehow a right-wing Nazi, and I haven't moved.
Yeah, when you start seeing Bill Maher like on Fox News clips and stuff like that, and you're like,
right?
Why is Bill Maher on Fox News? What's going on?
When there's like, there's like right-wing like TikTok accounts like sharing Bill Maher, and newer like even like new like Zoomer accounts who are right-wing. They're like this guy gets it, man. I'm like, dude, what do you get? Like 20 years ago, this guy was like the left-wing like propped up golden child.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Funny how things move. So last thoughts here on Doctor Who. I don't know. Let us know if you guys are going to be watching. Are you excited about seeing David Tennant return? Can he slide back into those shoes again easily? I'm curious to know.
Yeah, one more quick thing just to give you guys as much information as possible before we take off on this. The time slot for the Star Beast, which is tomorrow, is 6:30 p.m. BBC time, which is interesting because that means it's gonna play here on Disney Plus in the morning sometime. Just so you know. So it's tomorrow morning is when this happens, and this is Friday, November 24th. If you're watching this as an archive, and then you also have the next one is Wild Blue Yonder, and that's on December 2nd. So it's gonna be a weekly thing. And the biggest thing here, and you can see in the trailer, is that the budget for this is crazy. It is a huge budget. I'll put this link in the description because we got to move on to other things. But the budget for Doctor Who right now is crazy, and that's probably because they got that sweet Disney Plus money, even though Disney Plus is not making us any money.
Okay. And just so you guys know, if you're like us and you're like rotating streaming services because you want to not pay a ton to watch streaming, like today is a great day to go and subscribe for things. Apple TV Plus has 3 months free if you redeem it by December 3rd, like right now. Mm-hmm. Max is $3 per month for 6 months. I mean, that's a huge savings.
Is it really? I'm canceling my account and I'm re-signing up. I don't care.
Yeah, but do you have to do it from scratch? Because I was thinking about doing that. I mean, can we just cancel him and like sign up with this deal?
I'm
like, there needs to be a way.
Like you need to send me that link because I'm legitimately going to cancel my account, all my view history. I don't care, all of it, and I'm going to sign up with a brand new email address and everything. 6 months at that. Like, wait, is that the ad one though? Is that the ad rate?
I'm going to send you the link to the story. I'm also going to put it in chat here so that everybody has access to it. But I mean, for real, like that's really a ridiculous price. So $3 a month that's $18 for 6 months. It's normally almost that much for 1 month.
Yeah, for 1 month, right?
Yeah,
and that's one of those streaming services that I'm having a hard time getting rid of because there are things on there like they have a lot of content. Like Peacock has a lot of content. I'm having a hard time getting rid of services that have a lot of content because there's a lot of value there.
Because you're watching it, yeah.
Unlike Hulu, which I have zero issue leaving. They were smart though. They were like, you know what? We're going to lock you in because we're going to make you pay for all your services through this thing.
Oh yeah, that gets you. If you want to watch Star Trek right now, if you want to go back and just like binge watch it, you can get Paramount Plus for $3 a month for the next 2 months. So $6 to just watch as much Star Trek as you want.
Whoa,
So
Peacock at $2 a month, bro.
that's kind of crazy.
It's $2 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm canceling everything today.
Let me know if you can cancel it and like re-sign up and get the deal, and I'll go do the same thing.
Yeah, I will find out. That's got
max. Or do you have to be a new sign up? Do you have to be a new? Is it a new accounts only, or can you re-sign up?
Wait. Do you have a problem using a new account, or you want to keep your favorites and all that?
I don't have that many email addresses. Like I don't.
Dude,
you got to create a new email address.
We own a website. I'm gonna make you Shane at mixtees.com and call it a day.
I know, but it's not that. It's like I don't remember. I don't remember what's logged in where. I don't have any control.
You have like 18 devices, and you're like they're all gonna log out at some point. I get that.
I don't know where anything goes.
I get that. I've had that same thing where I'm like, I don't really want to like change accounts here because then I'm gonna have to re-sign in on my Roku's, and like there's no keyboard on the Roku. It's a pain in the butt.
Right.
I get it. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the budget on Tennant and then on the doctor stuff, and then let's move on to the next thing.
Oh, you want to get the exact budget?
Well, no, you said you mentioned that it's.
I'm gonna put the article. It's a long article.
Okay.
In the description, basically the article is, and that just quick thing is basically they're saying because Disney Plus is like footing a lot of the bill, and this is exactly what Chris Chinball says. Doctor Who's new budget will be a massively forward.
Wait. Did you say Chris Chinball?
Chibnall, sorry. No.
Chinball. I mean, that would be the worst name.
He says it's the budget Russell T. Davies has always deserved and never got. So it's like 5 times larger than usual per episode, and you can see it on the trailer.
Well, we'll see. Like the 2005-2010 Davies, yes, he deserved a big budget, and he did a lot with not having a big budget. Let's see if he
10 million pounds an episode is what I'm saying here, but I don't know how accurate it is. That's a lot.
Well, that is a lot.
Pounds is even bigger than dollars.
Yes, they are.
And the longer Biden's in office, it will be bigger and bigger and bigger.
At this point, I don't think it matters who's in office.
Yeah, you're right.
So just as some super chats here, Joe Cronin show for $5. Thank you, Joe, for supporting. They are bringing in David to bait and switch us on the woke new doctor coming in. Don't be fooled. Yeah, we're cautiously optimistic, Joe, where we will not be fooled because we will be ready. We will be ready to call it, to call the BS if it happens, which very well could. But of course, we're going to wait and actually make the decision when it comes out. And I think Davies, despite his obvious tendencies, which we've noticed lately, he deserves, from what he did for Doctor Who, from 5 to 10, or from Eccleston to Tennant, he deserves for us to be able to see what he's going to do with Doctor Who before we slam judge him, I think.
Right. And I think he'll do good stuff. At least for these 4 episodes.
Yeah, and then we'll see what happens with Nakuti after that.
I tell you what, we're gonna find out very soon because like tomorrow that first episode drops, and like if it's the old Doctor Who flair, then at least we know we got a few good episodes ahead of us.
True.
$5
from Rebecca Spade. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Appreciate the $5.
There's a chat she follows up with on the board, baby.
So she's on. Okay, she got on the board. Oh yeah, I don't think Rebecca's won ever. Has Rebecca ever won? I don't know, but think so. You guys don't let her win. I mean, sorry, Rebecca. I hope you win. Kenneth LaRoque, thank you, brother Kenneth. $10 super chat. #1 fan. Yeah, we love you, Ken. Thank you so much.
And there's something here I want to highlight. Ken does say something really cool. He says, he says, I have a Bluetooth keyboard for my Roku. Ken, I'm gonna need a link to that, my dude, because oh my God, I have nothing but Rokus, and I hate the fact that I can't like write anything in. It sucks.
Okay, very cool.
Okay,
all right, that's it for Doctor Who. And what else we got?
Well, we got the weekly. We're going to go to the member section too, but before that, we also have the Fall of Minneapolis. I can't say the word, Shane.
No, you got it. The Fall of Minneapolis. You said it perfectly.
Of Minneapolis.
What's going on here?
Just say it with me. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
So the fall of Minneapolis. God, what's wrong with my face? My mouth. I can't talk. It's the story of George Floyd, and this is interesting. Last on Wednesday when we talked about doing this on Friday, if you remember, I was like, Shane, oh my God, you're killing me. I just got done with this Napoleon, Killers of the Flower Moon. He has me watching all these bad movies that are like hours long and just boring as shit. Nonstop. And then he's like, all right, so now I got this documentary that I need you to watch Friday. I'm like, what is going on right now? Why are we doing this? Now, I fought back. Now, but I did watch it. And I got to say, now I understand why Shane wanted me to watch it. This is, the only word I can use is incinerary. It's free. I will put the link in the chat right now. I actually found the YouTube link, which is, by the way, much better than the Rumble link. Look, I like Rumble, guys, but my God, their quality sucks, man.
Yeah, and I find it interesting, and I think I understand why they're putting stuff on Rumble, but the moment you say it's on Rumble, the media just completely tunes it out.
Yeah,
and
which by the way, that's a problem. And you know what? That's the exact problem they talk about in this doc.
Yeah.
But also, like, the quality in Rumble's not great. It's hard to pause it. It doesn't save your place. It's
the best place to watch it, I think, is actually from the website itself.
The website's using the Rumble player, dude.
Oh, it is really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind. I watched it from there.
So I actually Googled it after when I was about halfway through, and for some reason I got up to go do something at work, came back an hour later, and it had reset back to the beginning, and I don't remember where I was left off. I was like, God damn it! So my plan was to Google it and then use Keepstreams to just buy it and download it. And then I found it on YouTube in 4K. In 4K. And listen, so what this is about when George Floyd died. And notice I didn't say when he was murdered, because he wasn't murdered. This makes it painfully obvious that this man died because of his own choices. And now there is an argument that maybe he could have been saved by the EMTs, because there were some things that the EMTs did or mistakes they made that could have given him a better chance of surviving. But for the most part, the reason the guy is dead and passed is because of his own mistakes.
It's because of drugs, likely drugs and stressful situation. But what we should be very clear here, this documentary in no way says like one side is right and one side is wrong.
No.
So I think it's really important to be clear that the people who rioted, as dumb and idiotic as we think rioting is, and that should never happen, the victims in this case are all the people who ended up rioting, all the citizens of Minneapolis and across the country, all of us. We're all victims in this situation.
Oh, yeah. Our economy, the police officers, like, we're victims of the situation.
Right. Because, and as it turns out, if you watch the documentary, people are trying to save their own asses. Politicians, city leaders, organizations like BLM and other left-wing organizations who are trying to push an agenda. They're incendiating this whole situation. You know, as much as it's disgusting or that you don't like that Trump, maybe encouraged January 6th to happen from his words, it's no more dangerous than what happened here in Minneapolis and the destruction of the police place. The police
can I add to that?
It was destroyed.
What happened January 6th is not remotely as bad as what happened during the BLM riots. And I don't care what anyone says.
Well, from a standpoint of actual damage and stuff, but from the symbolic nature of our Capitol being overrun or something. They were let into the
building Capitol. And then they gaslighted it doesn't matter what the facts are. A year and a half.
It doesn't matter what the facts are. The fact that
you're saying what normies see, what our country is seeing and believing and being told. I say
that's right, and that's the key. That's what's important.
Normies aren't seeing. They're not going out and researching. They're just believing whatever they're fed.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yes. And
so they think January 6th was an insurrection.
But it's no different than the way it's always been. We've always believed what we've been told, Brian. Throughout time, the news media was just trusted. They told us things that were mostly true. It wasn't always true. There wasn't this political bent to one side or the other. It was for the betterment of the country. It was for the betterment of our existence. That was the goal. It was to protect. Remember when they used to protect like information so that way, we could continue running government and things could happen.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they're gaslighting their sides in order to, get them to keep them in power. Essentially, what's happening. It's always been
the
bad.
media is basically another wing of the government. They're carrying the water for politicians.
Well, it's like we said earlier. Remember the religiousness of politics, right? Media members have always had a political belief, right? The people, going back to Walter Cronkite and all the guys who used to report, they had their bent on what they believed, but they reported the facts as they were. Not my facts, not your facts, the facts, because there are only the facts. There is no my truth and your truth. I hate that. That's a terrible thing to say.
I hate that so much.
There's the truth.
There is no such thing as your truth, my truth. Stop with that. That is the most asinine, selfish, self-serving thing that we've come up with in the last 10 years.
Right.
It's trying to say, well, her truth matters. No, F you, bro. There is no your truth or my truth. There is one and only the truth. And whatever you're feeling is a twisted shadow of what the actual truth is. Stop it. It's your duty as an adult, as a human being living in a civilized world of legal age to do business, have sex, and drink alcohol. It's your duty as that adult to find out what the truth is and not to manufacture your own truth, motherfucker. I'm sorry. But it's your duty as an adult.
And right. But it's hard. Okay. So we can say it's your duty, but it's getting harder and harder to tell the truth. Let's take this for example, the fall of Minneapolis. Most of the information that would have given light to the other side of the case was never allowed to be shown. The judge who had worked, this is very interesting. The judge who presided over the case disallowed multiple things. The training that the officers went through that would have proved that they actually were allowed to do this MRT training, and not saying that what happened to Floyd wasn't a tragedy and it's terrible that he died. And perhaps that police training is wrong and shouldn't be done that way. The point of the matter is the judge wouldn't allow them to say it because he didn't want the case to be won by the other side.
Right.
And so they held back things like, the autopsy and the fact that all of these drug arrests that he'd had and the fact that this is not the first time that he had been quickly trying to swallow the drugs that he was about to be arrested for, that were in his vehicle. It happened in 2019 and it happened again during this arrest.
And when he was freaking out, they're like, hey, are you on anything? He goes, nope, I'm not on anything. I'm fine. So
and they zoom in and they show the pill in his tongue. They show like him swallowing. It's kind of wild. Like if they had just, and I don't know if Chauvin's if Chauvin's defense attorney didn't do a good enough job. But if you watch this thing, all the cops that say, yeah, we were trained to do this. And here's the handbooks. Here's Derek Chauvin's handbooks that show you how they're supposed to lean on these people. With the MRT training.
Yeah, that's when they were saying that this is not normal police training. I'm sitting there waiting for someone to refute that for 3 months because that's not the case. Multiple friends of mine who are cops were telling me, "No, this is how we're trained for sort of violent people that we have to hold and wait for." Exactly what they're trained to do. So why didn't anyone ever refute this in the media? Why doesn't a single person come out and say this is not accurate?
You know why? Because the media didn't want the other side to win. So that's part of the problem here. It's not about getting down to what happened and the truth. It's about, how can we frame this so that our side wins? The entire political apparatus has become a football game. My side versus your side. And the lengths that people are willing to go through.
What about the right side then? Why didn't they say anything? Are they just spineless idiots that had to just...
nobody reports on it. That's not it. It's not, you have to have, you can have people who speak. Here's our medium, right? The Popcast channel, right? The Popcast. This video is going to be seen by somewhere in the neighborhood of around 500 people by the time this video is done.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
500 people are going to see this, and you're going to get to see the truth. And now, but look at how small that is.
Right.
You have all of these huge NBC, CBS, ABC. They reach, millions of people. But if they don't talk about it, then nobody ever hears it.
Right.
Right. You've got these small news channels like us who are willing to say this is what actually is happening. But if the other channels don't say anything, if the other news media decide, well, we're just not going to talk about it, like say Hunter Biden's laptop, whether or not you agree with that or not. I mean, nobody talked about it because they didn't want to damage their political aspirations for the people they're supporting.
Yeah, the thing about Hunter Biden's laptop too is I don't know whether or not I should what to believe because it wasn't reported on correctly. I don't know. All I know is like the most cursory of details, and everything else is just conjecture because it wasn't reported on.
Right. Yeah, it's a good point. And we don't know. I mean, maybe these police officers are assholes. Maybe they take things too far. I mean, the few interactions I've had with police, they're usually pricks.
Right,
I mean, I hate to say it, but they're usually, domineering assholes who want to make sure they're asserting their control. I mean, I'm like, look, I'm just a dude getting pulled over. I'm an older white guy getting pulled over, and I've got this cop talking to me like I'm a 2-year-old.
Yeah,
so
I have the same thing. Everyone's like, you got back the blue, bro. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna back the blue like blanket statement.
No,
like that's a stupid thing.
No, absolutely.
I back
the
good,
blue who's doing it right.
Yeah, I back good people, regardless of whether they're cops or firefighters or podcasters. I'm gonna back people that I think are genuinely trying to do or say or be honest, and and when it comes to the right thing. I'm not gonna just back someone because they happen to wear a uniform.
Right. And while we don't know what was going through Chauvin's mind this day when he was leaning on Floyd and doing this MRT style resistance, what we do know is that the facts show that it does not seem like he intentionally tried to kill this man.
This guy would not get in the car. It was like, I'm sitting there watching this, bro, and I'm getting
on drugs, bro.
I'm getting so mad that I'm like, I can feel the frustration. I'm like, just get in the car. Just get in there and shut up.
Well, the bystanders are saying, just get in the car. Everybody on the street saying, just get in the car. The problem is he's on drugs. He just in, and the autopsy, which was not allowed to be shown, the autopsy, which was not allowed to be shown, proves that he had, huge high levels of methamphetamine in his body at the time of his death. So there's a whole, this thing was railroaded from the beginning. Chauvin never had a chance. Once and by the way, for 2 years before this even happened, the left had been promoting this anti-police thing, in these areas. So it was just a matter of time. Which makes it worse.
Yeah, it's like a tinderbox.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time. And so who are the people who benefited from this? Pretty much all of your liberal politicians did.
Yeah, and those in this doc they show like some politician, kneeling at the casket of George Floyd, and he's like, it's so fake and bullshit. He's obviously not crying, and I'm just like, just watching these people. They are benefiting from the death of a man by causing more death and destruction. It is so crazy gross to me. It deepens the black pill, dude. It's so like, I don't know how to solve this problem. I'm just
it's not solvable
dude on a small YouTube channel, and it makes me so upset that this is the facts that we have to deal with. Just there is like this powers that be that are in control that can motivate and start an entire movement to help hide the fact that they're not good at their jobs.
So here, how about a solution for you here? Here's one of the solutions that we need. We're living in a society right now where more and more frequently the means justify the ends. Okay. Politicians and the media, they feel like they can do the wrong thing if they think it's going to make things better from their perspective. Right. So what we need is an accountability factor. If you are a person of who's been, voted in, if you're a public person, you need to be held responsible for lying to the people. I do feel like there needs to be some sort of accountability. If you're lying to push your agenda, whatever your personal, private, you want to stay in power, you want to be elected longer, then I think that you need to be held accountable, and those people need to go to prison. Honestly, I think that if you create an environment like this, what happened in Minneapolis, and you're an elected official responsible for this, you're the mayor, you're the police chief, whoever the heck is there that's lying, and they need to be held accountable, and they need to go to prison when it's found out the truth that they lied and they caused these riots. All the damage, the millions and millions and millions of dollars of damage. Who's going to be responsible?
It was billions. It was actually billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars, yeah.
So my question is this, though: like, now that these facts coming out, like, hey, bro, this is hard evidence. This isn't like, no offense to like Tim Pool or Steven Crowder or something. This is not like one of those guys on the YouTube channels, with some unknown sources talking about. No, this is the actual body cam footage, like in detail. Someone combed over all these different angles and put together the actual story. And now that we know, even though this information is now publicly available and out there for everyone to see, I feel like it's not going to get any traction.
It's not. And if you look on it, nobody's reporting on it. Look it up. Look up the Fall of Minneapolis. There's very little on the internet about it. Unfortunately, this woman, Liz Collins, who went out online, she was a local reporter in Minneapolis, and she was essentially lost her job for trying to fight, trying to put out the facts. She's the one behind this documentary.
Oh, that's brave, man. Good for her.
Yeah. And she lost her job. And she's, and this documentary is not going to get that much looks because nobody's going to know about it. And here's the other thing.
It's only gotten 7,000 views.
And here's the thing. The people on the other side, they don't want to see this, man. They don't want to see that they could have been wrong. They don't want to see it.
They don't want to see that they were wrong. That's the answer.
They don't want it. Well, there are elements of this documentary that I think are skewed. Like the facts that they put in the side column can be skewed to make it look even more incendiary. So, I mean, you can't even fully trust everything that any documentary ever says because they cherry pick some of the things. They do.
I mean, when they showed the 12 arrests for, violence and drug offenses, like those are pretty, I mean, that's not skewed. Those are arrests.
No, you're right. But they do, if you go through, there are some things that are, that are skewed a little bit. They do cherry pick some of the finer points. And there are things that can be argued, but what can't be argued is police body cam footage. And what can't be argued is police training things, and that chief of police didn't want to lose his job. He didn't want to go to jail.
Oh my God.
If that chief of police said that, yes, we do that training here. Yes, we taught it. Yeah, we were wrong. We shouldn't teach this training, but we did. If he had done that, he would have lost his job. He would have maybe even possibly gone to prison. People would have sued. I mean, the city paid George Floyd's family like $30 million.
Why would the chief police go to prison for something that the entire nation teaches?
It's not necessarily the whole nation.
It's a healthy portion of it, though.
But specifically, they were teaching that in Minneapolis. So, and it's not supposed to be on the neck. It's supposed to be on the shoulder necessarily. The length of time. The reason why Chauvin was down there so long is because the EMTs got lost. They were waiting for them.
EMTs got lost.
That was it. That was why he did it.
Yeah, it's like and also when the EMTs got there, like they had their hoses coiled, which is not supposed to be that way because it takes time to uncoil them and plug them into the oxygen. So EMTs made some mistake, and it was sort of dumb. Like their body cam footage is like them laughing about it, like, oh, they said we're in the wrong place. Can you guys do your jobs better? I don't understand why this is a joke to you. Yeah, but on the same note, speaking of jokes, this guy who I've had in the frame for a long time, Jacob Frey, is an absolute spineless cuck. Oh my God, this man deserves to go to prison. What a piece of human shit.
Well, what's funny is he went through this whole process and he essentially he's a big reason why the riots occurred. And then he's out there like trying to like side with them. And the people that he's like, all the people out there rioting are like basically what do they force him to like capitulate?
Yeah, he's got to like, bow down and kiss their feet, and like
it was weird, dude. There's like video of him being, you know, emaciated in public,
emasculated
in public by the public, and it's pathetic. And what we really need is leaders who look. You're elected, so you need to stand by your convictions and your morals and your character, regardless.
The fact that they left the precincts, like they chose the third precinct. They chose to abandon the precinct, and they didn't even do it correctly. They're like, abandon the precinct or whatever, and they left people there running on the street from extremely violent rioters. It was so mishandled in every sense of the word. Like in every sense of the word, there are people that belong to go to jail.
It sounds like it was intentional. See, that's the problem is when and I don't know for sure that it was intentional, but it sure seems like it could have been intentional that they wanted the police station to be destroyed. You got to remember, before that, the Democrats in Minnesota had been pushing for less police. We got to, to redo the police, different police. They've been pushing this for a long time. So,
defund the police. Remember,
right? This is an opportunity now. You've got a bunch of Democrats in charge. You got a governor. You got a mayor of the city. Why not? Let's have this precinct burn. Let's show it being destroyed. And guess what? Now their narrative that we are against the police has just been reinforced on camera. And now, look, politicians, thank you. You're behind us to destroy the police. And that's not what ended up happening, right? They turned on their politicians as well. Right. So you know what? You make these kind of choices. This is you make your bed. Now you got to lie in it.
Yeah. You want to lie in bed with a rabid dog. Then when you get bit, don't cry to me. It's the same concept of the scorpion and the frog. Have you ever heard this story? Look, you got the scorpion on your back. You think that the scorpion's going to take care of you. It's violence. They don't like you. I don't care how much you agree with them. They don't got your back, dude.
Well, but to be honest though, you got to remember these people were incited. Yes, there is a lot of violence.
That's
in the
true,
but they were incited.
And I feel sorry for the people that were lied to, but there are also people that just wanted to do damage.
Of course they did, because they were incited. Because this is what they've been told and taught.
That's true.
And they were encouraged to rise up and create violence. They are the victims as much as anybody else.
Remember Maxwell? Get out there in the street, get in them faces. Like there's
before that trial.
It was a senator.
Right. Before the trial, that's what she was saying about that trial.
Right.
So is there any surprise?
When they say that Trump incited January 6th, when he's like, peaceful protest.
He probably did.
Right. But then you got Maxwell actually saying the words to go out there and be violent.
And guess what? Everybody needs to be held accountable for those things.
It's crazy, bro. I feel sorry for this lady too, Lindsay Heron. She seemed to be like actually traumatized by it.
She was really traumatized by it. Yeah. Left there to, survive.
Again, I back good people. And it doesn't matter what uniform you wear. If you're a good person, you want to do the right thing, want to be honest, be genuine, then I'm backing you. I do know police officers, and I know good ones. I know good people that are good cops, and they seem a little rough on the outside, but these are the same guys that on Christmases, they go to not in uniform on their own time. They go pick up toys from Toys for Tots. They go to people's houses, people where they know that their father or their mother's in jail. They bring them toys. They support people on their own time, on their own dime. There are good people out there. There are good cops out there, 100%.
It's like everybody else. There's good and bad in everything that we do.
Yeah, and there are bad ones too. And I've had interactions with bad cops.
Everybody.
I live in LA.
You cannot equate an entire group of people to one thing ever.
No.
And that's one of the problems that we have today. So
right. Yeah. Oh, this entire group is bad. Look, I've been pulled over by asshole cops. I've also been pulled over by a couple of cops that were just like, dude, listen, you can't do 90 in a school zone. So, and I'm like,
that's not a good example.
Yeah, I ran like 3 lights there. I'm trying to get home. They're like, I'm going to give you a ticket. I should be taking you to jail right now.
Yeah. Sir, did you see those kids like running across the street and screaming in fear when you were driving by?
Yes, I did. I was aiming for them. No,
You've now made this entire thing. Nobody's going to listen to us now. Thanks.
No, I've had cops though that legitimately didn't want to like they don't want to they don't want to bother me, but like they have no choice because I did something stupid. Then I've had cops that pulled me over for a registration that was expiring that month, not expired, and went out of their way to tow my car and just be general assholes and try to ruin my life. Because like when you're on a budget and you're poor, dude, towing someone's car is like, all right, we're gonna ruin this guy's life because that's a week where I'm not gonna be able to get my car and it's gonna damage me beyond measure, and they don't care. So yeah, no, there are bad ones out there, bro. And there, I was in the military. There's bad military people out there too. Yeah, I know guys that join the military because they like violence. That's not a good reason to join the military.
Yep, I agree. Well, just so you know, a third of the Minneapolis police at the time of this incident, now there are a third less Minneapolis police. They lost over 300 police officers who were just afraid to keep being police officers in this town because they didn't want to go to prison too. Yeah. So it's a shame. All right, well, let's move on from this, Mr. Brian, and go to the weekly. We need to get to the member section here pretty soon, so let's do the weekly weird.
I would like to know if you're especially watching on archive, let us know in the comment section if you checked it out. There's the link, the Fall of Minneapolis. Go check it out. I'll put the link in the description too. But go check it out. Let us know what you guys think. And we're gonna talk about the weekly weird. But like, if you're watching this archive, please hit the comment section and let us know. Do you lean one way or the other? And after watching this, how do you feel about it? I would like to know real opinions because. Your opinion matters. Everyone's opinion matters.
Truth and reason. Let's lean towards that. How about that?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
Right. Okay. What do you got? That's weird for us? Now, last episode, it didn't seem like such a weird story. So hopefully you got something that's actually weird.
I have a good one, guys. I have a good one.
Okay. We got to do the poll thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, we got to do the poll thing. You're right. Okay. So put up the poll. So Here's the options we have for the weekly weird in the members section. Remember, we have the two from last week. Drunk Grizzlies, right?
Okay, drunk Grizzlies.
Yep.
Okay.
Pablo Escobar hippos. And Child Fight Club. I knew you would like that
one. Wait, Pablo Escobar hippos.
Yep. And Child Fight Club.
Fight Club. Okay.
So those are the three options. So
you're not going to want to miss the member section today,
right? We're gonna pick from whatever you decide will be the member section. Remember, every show. We keep adding the ones that weren't removed. So hopefully the drunk bear is gonna go, but I think the child fight right
now. No, I think I don't know. I don't want to lean anybody in any one direction, but I want to hear more about the first rule of Fight Club is no bottles of milk in Fight Club.
All right. So before we get to the member section, though, we do have the weekly weird for this section. Now this one's interesting. Here is the headline. Ready?
Oh, okay.
I gotta pee. Women pulls down pants in the middle of the aisle during a Florida flight.
Wow.
Yes.
Video shows. Oh, Lord.
I want you to know something. About half of look, if you live in Florida, listen, I am not disparaging you in any way, my friends. But it seems like half of the weekly weird stories involve Florida. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. But literally half of the stories that basically every day I'm just trying to get new articles, right? Mm-hmm. Half of them involve Florida in some way. And if you're from Florida, I would like to know why that is. Is it maybe it's a big state? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I'm surprised that there's not more California. I remember I met somebody in Louisiana who found out I was from California, and they're like, "Oh, you're from the land of fruits and nuts, huh?" There probably should be more.
Yeah, I think they were talking about gay and crazy people when they said that, but
probably.
Yeah, I don't know why, but this is what happens. So basically, this lady is on this flight for a very long time. They're waiting, and this is what she said. She and I'm gonna play it, but she basically goes. She looks around and she says, "I'm sorry, everyone," and then she just like drops trow to go pee, and people lose their mind on her.
I don't blame them.
Sorry, everybody.
Here we go. Sorry, everyone. Just drops trout.
Oh my God.
What you hear in the video is really interesting. She goes, sorry, everyone. And then she drops trout. And like the reaction from the camera person is like,
well, I mean, how do you react to something that you think should never actually happen? This is something that should never occur. I have a few questions. One was, could you not get to the toilet? Was it stopped up for this flight? Or
well, yeah. So because they're in a line to get out and they can't get to the bathroom because everyone's in the aisle. And it's funny because they're yelling at her, don't go pee in the bathroom. She goes, I don't give up. I don't give up. And I almost feel bad for this lady because clearly she has to go pee.
Okay.
Right? But she cannot get to the bathroom. And she starts arguing with the flight attendant on why she can't get to the bathroom. And it's sort of intelligible. You can't understand everything.
So was this before she went pee? She's arguing about getting to the toilet?
No, we don't see anything before. We only see right when she goes, sorry, everyone, and then just drops trout. So, and in her voice, it does sound like she really is like, it sucks. It's in a situation. But I don't know what the setup is. I know that then the next 3 minutes is her fighting the entire plane because she needs to go pee, and everyone is screaming out. And wait, this is the best part. This guy right here. I'm gonna pause it on his face. Ready? I don't need this bullshit.
He's like, I'm not getting involved in this whatsoever.
Everyone is screaming at her, and this one guy is like, mother.
That would probably be me right there.
Right.
I am sure.
Like, why did I get on a Spirit Airlines again? I knew it. I know it's cheap, but everything's bumpy. People pee in the seats.
You know, it's funny. So how would I have handled this? Like, if I had a true emergency where it's like I just can't hold it anymore, like it's just going to happen.
She won't let her go to the bathroom. Like she's actually physically stopping her. See this?
Oh wait, is this before the pee?
No, this is after she tried to pee. And
she tried to pee. She didn't actually pee.
She didn't actually pee. She still got to go. So when people started yelling at her, she pulled up her pants, and she was like, "I don't give a. I gotta go pee." And she started screaming it back. She's trying to go to the bathroom. The flight attendant won't let her go to the bathroom.
Why?
I don't know the whole story. It's very hard to understand what she's saying.
I mean, let the woman go to the bathroom. I mean, for the love of God. I mean, obviously it's stupid that she pulls down her pants in the middle of the aisle, but I probably, if I couldn't go to the bathroom and I had to go and nothing was going to stop me from going, I would have just gone back to my seat and said, whoops. You know what I mean? It would have happened right there. You know, I don't know why you go in the middle of the aisle and squat and make it a scene.
I would have just, that's the great thing about being a guy. I would have just pulled the nearest vessel toward me and just like let loose in whatever I had available.
Yeah, that's
people
wild.
are trying to get off the plane. I think that maybe there's someone in the bathroom. Maybe the captain put like the lights on where they can't use the bathroom. Whatever it is, there's some bullshit going on where she can't use the restroom. They won't let her use the restroom. And now she's fighting with the entire plane because she's got to go pee, and she still has to go pee. You can see her dancing around, bro.
I'll tell her like I tell my 10-year-old son. When he's yelling at me, Dad, you got to pull over right now. Pull over right now. Listen, 15 minutes ago, when you knew you're going to have to go to the bathroom, you should have said something. Like this lady, maybe it was during landing or whatever, but I mean, usually adults can hold their. Yeah, maybe she can't. Maybe I won't assume anything.
Yeah, we don't know. She appears to be of more advanced age, and she's a little overweight. It's entirely possible that she can't hold it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now I can hold my piss for a long time. I once was fighting with my wife on the way to Vegas. I'm arguing is the best term, and I had already pulled over like 3 times on the way there so she can go pee or get food or get coffee or something. I'm like, we're not stopping anymore. I made this giant declaration like, no more stopping. This should be a 3.5-hour trip, not a 7-hour trip. Why do we keep pulling over so you can get McDonald's or Starbucks, go pee, whatever. No more stopping. We're going all the way there. And this is like when you get to like Barstow where like the alien jerky place is.
Yeah.
And right when I make that declaration, I feel my bladder.
You gotta go.
I feel my bladder because I stopped so many times for her and I drank things there. I'm literally making this like manly alpha man declaration, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta go pee. And if you know where Barstow is, we're about 2 hours still away, right?
You're still out. You know what's funny? It would have been a great moment for you to that would have been a great opportunity. I know you didn't do it, but it would have been a great opportunity for you to go, yeah, babe. I made a mistake.
Listen, I'm going to stop up here and I'm just going to, or you know what
you should have done? You should have pulled over on the side of the road and said, oh my God, something's wrong with the tire. Right? Just like pulled over all of a sudden and went to go check it in the back and while you're taking a piss behind the car.
maybe like do real alpha thing. Like I just sort of hang up and just we're not stopping, babe.
This is how it's done, babe. You hang that ass out of the car when you're doing it. That's hilarious.
Okay, so what did you guys vote on? Because we're going to the member section. Let's see it.
Oh, we have a 50-50.
Uh-oh, child fight. Oh, no, it's not 50-50.
Oh, no, we're not 50-50.
We might do Drunk Grizzlies.
We're doing Drunk Grizzlies, buddy.
Okay, Drunk Grizzlies it is. So we are going to be talking about Drunk Grizzlies in the member section. And you know what? Don't worry. The Child Fight Club, that will come about on Monday. It'll be part of the next running.
Maybe if they pick it.
I mean, yeah, it'll be an option for you to pick on Monday.
You know, I think after 3, if you don't survive 3, then you're off the list.
Okay, that's fair.
So if Pablo Escobar does not get picked by Monday, it doesn't happen.
If the Pablo Escobar's, Colombia goes to war with Pablo Escobar's hippos, it's great.
Okay.
All right, so this is what we're talking about in the member section. We're going to be talking about you. We're going to be chatting with you guys, hanging out with you guys, but we're also going to be talking about how drunk grizzlies keep getting hit by trains in Montana.
All right.
These headlines.
I can't wait to hear what that is.
You know what's fun? So Shane's a really good writer, right? And every once in a while, he'll write a headline or a video title that is just like, that's great, bro. Perfect. Like it hits on every level. It's specific. It actually explains what the video is, and it has like a really cool pun all in one. But I gotta tell you, you're a great writer, but whoever's writing some of these like Florida Daily things knows how to get me to want to click that article. Badly.
Maybe it's not Florida that's doing it well. Maybe it's the algorithm has figured you out. And,
the algorithm is just feeding me Florida news. Yeah. All right, guys, we are going to the member section. Thank you guys so much for watching today. And if you want to be a member, it's pretty simple. You simply click on the join below. The second this stream is over, another stream will be started. It's already scheduled. You can see it if you go to our main page, or you can just wait. If you wait here, it'll also take you there. If you're not a member and you want to be a member today, it's awesome. It's basically half a cup of coffee at Starbucks, no extra cream. Come join us. We are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 a.m. We do the show here publicly, and then we do another hour or so, depends on the time, in the member section. And the member section is not for the easily offended. We speak our minds more freely. We don't worry about the YouTube algorithm, and we share things that we probably shouldn't be sharing. But we know that the only people in there are people that are not going to get mad at us. So if you want to be one of those people, come on down and join us, and we appreciate it. Again, we wouldn't be here unless the members were supporting us.
Special shout out to Rebecca Spade, who is our stream hero of the day. Rebecca will be getting you your Mixed Teas mystery shirt. So thank you so much for supporting us. And thank you to all of you who supported us, even if you weren't the stream hero today. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
You guys are awesome. And we'll see you guys. If you don't join us in the member section, we'll see. Yeah, if you're not coming to the member section, we'll see you on Monday. But we hope to see you in about 30 seconds.
Awesome.